Parshat Vayakhel, amongst other parshas, dealing with the Mishkan, constantly talking about a chacham leiv. What's a chacham leiv? Someone, usually when you talk about chachma and a leiv, it's usually wisdom and the heart, which is desires, which is emotion, which is feelings. The two usually don't go together. You don't have a chacham leiv. You have a chacham, who's a very bright, intellectual, a knowledgeable individual. And then you have leiv, which is our heart, which is our desire. So what is the Torah asking from us? And only people who are chacham leiv are of the ability to give to the Mishkan, to be involved in building the Mishkan, which obviously at that time were the highest positions given out. What can we learn from that in ourselves to be a chacham leiv? And the idea is that when we look to chachma, when we look for wisdom, what type of wisdom are we looking for? There are people blessed with a lot of knowledge, kishrin, smarts. People are by nature more intellectual than others. And then you have people who are leiv, who are all heart, who are all emotion. They get gushy quickly, they could cry often, they have an ability even to empathize in such a wonderful way with others, quicker than others. But it's rare that you find the combination in the proper healthy balance, the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants it, which is that one uses the chachma to understand how to feel. That we let our chachma, our intellect, which is of course is the Torah intellect, the way the Torah guides our life, the way Hashem wants us to guide our life, as to how we feel for other people. Not to let our emotions fly out and not to hold back too much. Everything at the proper setting. And then even when we're giving over the Torah, it's done with the leiv. That's when Hashem says, Haroitza Yachkim, when someone wants to become smart. So we say, Yasik, Yemayit B'schayra, V'yasik B'yeshiva. Minimize the amount of business that you do and increase the amount of yeshiva, which is sitting and learning Torah. In order to understand, it means to have the proper perspective, to know where it's coming from. It's easy for some to have chachma, and some to have leiv. But if you want to do it, understand what the Torah wants from you. And there are certain times that we have to show more rachmanis, and there's certain times we have to hold back that compassion. And there's a time and place for everything in life. But the only one that gives it to us is the Torah, which is Torah's Chaim, which is the living Torah, which guides us, which is our roadmap through life. Yes, it's important. We have to be Yasik B'Yeshiva. We have to learn the Torah to know it. But at the same time, when we want to reach out to Hashem, it's Rahmana Libabai. He wants our heart. He wants our emotion. He wants our desire to connect to Him. But it doesn't stand on its own. It's all in one package deal. It's a Chacham Leiv. It's someone who has the intellect to understand that I'm here to do Hashem's will. And what He wants from me in every given situation is what's important in life. When we go heading into the weeks before Purim, we want to be the Chacham Leiv. Because Purim gives us many forms of extremes, different parts of the spectrum. And it's all in a Purim. You have Yom Kippurim, which in one sense is an extremely holy day. Whoever stretches out their hands is given to them. It could be in a financial way and that could be in a spiritual way. All of our tefillahs, it's a tremendous time for davening and reaching out to Hashem and asking for certain requests to be answered. Hashem, it's a time for tefillah. It's a time for Torah. It's a time for learning more of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's will, and at the same time, it's a friendly time, it's a happy time, it's a light time, and we're spending time with company, with friends, people are drinking. It's so difficult to find out what's going on here. There's like polar opposites trying to put together. How do we deal with this? But when we understand what a Chacham Leiv is, then we can appreciate an Adar. We don't lose ourselves, and at the same time, we don't hold ourselves back from everything. It's utilizing what HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us in this world for Hashem's sake. So when we're supposed to do Mashalach Manas, we're supposed to do the Suda, we're supposed to drink on Purim, we're supposed to daven on Purim, listen to Megillah, everything done properly the way Hashem wants it. When everything works in tandem, when all of Hashem's wills work together, then it comes the absolute beauty, the full clarity, and we see the most beautiful panoramic picture what HaKadosh Baruch Hu has for us. Hashem should give us the Shmaya. As we approach Purim, as we approach everything else in life, we become people who are Chachmei Leiv, people who utilize the wisdom of Torah, and at the same time using the emotion, the Rachmana Liba Boy. And together we become people who Hashem entrusts in us, trusts us to become those leaders, those people in the position to constantly help Hashem's children, to help Klal Yisrael, and to be the greatest Nachas Ruach to Hashem, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Have a wonderful Shabbos.